Well, we're going to talk about miracles. I'll invite everybody to just take a break, go to the restroom, get yourself something to drink, and we're going to be here for the next 92 hours at least, talking solid straight through, because there are that many miracles that I can recall, that I can be a part of, and some of them I've got to be a part of with different folks in this room. Those little private moments that happen when there's a conversation, or the complete transformation of energy through a hug, or a smile, or watching someone just blossom. Watching someone come up to this huge obstacle and say, there ain't no way, dude. There ain't no way. And then a little bit of time later, you ask them about that huge thing, and they go, oh yeah, I don't know what happened, but it's not there anymore. It's now this. It's now I'm doing these things. Those are miracles. When when I was born into this body, I'm able to walk, and my legs didn't develop, and my hips and all that stuff, and my mom took me to the Shriners Children's Hospital, and they said, oh, let's bust him up in body casts and Forrest Gump shoes and all these things. And the doctor said, it's a miracle, he can walk, but he'll never run, jump, or swim. Slagmore, doctor said, never do it. My mom was smart enough not to tell me. So everything from that moment forward that's involved running, jumping, swimming, that's a miracle. Because had I been wheeling myself up here and pointing the mic down so I could work it in my chair, to be able to just stand here would be a miracle. But I get to experience that miracle every day. Every day. I've got to be a part of other folks' miracles on a continued basis. When the FBI calls and says, these people are missing, can you find them? I say, I don't know, let's see. I tune in, I start praying, and I start drawing maps, and goofy things come out of my head, and I fax it over, email it over, and in a short period of time, I either get a call back about, well, we got close, can we get more information? Or we got, thank you. So-and-so is in the Suburban with us now. That happened. It wasn't me. It was a miracle. It was God pushing some intuition through it. It was me just, my part was just creating the space where I could clear my mind enough to hear the tiny small voice, those tiny small pictures become the great big huge miracles. Whenever I hear somebody say, this isn't possible, ... my mind thinks, and I offer a silent prayer for parentheses with insert miracle here. I just energetically give that as I listen. And then I wait with curiosity, almost like a little kid at Christmas, to see how God's going to fill in that insert miracle here. Different times in my life, gosh, to watch somebody who needed a relationship, needed a conversation with a loved one who crossed over, and you tune in and you're seeing things just as real as looking out and seeing the audience, and you're seeing and you're feeling and you're passing through this information, and you see this person just look with this, oh my gosh, my loved one didn't die. There is no way in God's green earth and a million guesses you could have got to say what you just said. And you looked at it and you go, I got to be a part of that miracle. I got to connect these two things that were so important. The feeling that overcomes you in that moment has God's fingerprints all over it. To watch somebody struggle with something, be it a physical ailment or a emotional or a relational or whatever challenge we have in our lives, and to get to watch those get not only overcome but greatly surpassed in a way that just wasn't possible. That's a miracle. to be getting phone calls from my mom in Texas right now, getting to meet her other two sisters. She's got one sister right in the back of the room there, Sue. And to find out at 62 that you got two new sisters, two other sisters? How's that possible? That's a miracle. And sometimes the miracles are so apparently simple. Like that Einstein quote about either everything's a miracle or nothing is. Mary and I get to work with some folks who were supposed to be in the 9/11 disaster. And one of them was buying donuts on the way to work. And the person in front of them, when buying their donuts, counted change, like pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters change. And it took forever. The person was so behind them that he just wanted to pay for their donuts. I'll pay for it just so you can ring mine up so I can get out of here. I'm late to work. I got to get in the office. And he worked in the Twin Towers. Because that person paid with change, as frustrated as the guy was, imagine 10 minutes later trying to drive into the parking structure and kaboom. A miracle happened by somebody paying with pennies, nickels, dimes, and quarters for donuts. When I watch somebody say, this is my dream, but I can't have it because of this and this and this, and Scott, you just don't understand this and that and these and those, and these people say, and I'm supposed to be, here's all the reasons why I can't live my dream. And to watch working with God, this reason go away, and this excuse fall away, and this excuse no longer valid, and this excuse just doesn't matter anymore. And all of a sudden you see that person taking these sometimes little steps, sometimes great big steps, right outside that comfort zone. That's a miracle. We look inside of each one of us, we look at the friendships we formed, the love that we share, the support that's there. That this group of folks would show up, would hang out together, would love each other enough, would love God enough, would love themselves enough. Be showing up going, hey, I'm connected. And I want to connect with you, and I want to connect with you, and you connecting with you, and you connecting with you, and oh my goodness, and all of it connected with God. That all things are not only possible, but they really happen. And the bigger we allow that dream to be, it's almost like the wider we crack that door open for God to bring those miracles in. And the thing that I really love about miracles is nothing is off limits to God. Nothing is off limits to God. I have watched God open up someone's intuition to amazing levels. I have watched someone who used to think, I can pray when somebody's not feeling good, and watch God open that up to where I can just see rivers of energy flowing through their hands as they're working on somebody, as they're working to heal them, as that healing energy is rolling through. I've watched people who have such deep emotional scars from whatever in their past that they didn't know how they could love themselves again, much less have anybody else love them. And I've watched those scars heal. I've watched that love, that internal love blossom. And I've watched people, their hearts connect in ways that are simply miraculous. I've watched little businesses start with nothing. Robbing Peter to pay Paul just to keep the lights on for the following week. And a paycheck was pretty optional. If the extra was there, we got paid. And if it wasn't, well, you just needed to stay with the program. And inside a couple of years, saw that same business grow to $28 million a year with 80 employees in a 10,000 square foot facility. I watched people inside that business go from starting in the shipping department as the third employee taking the job at $7 an hour, even though everybody in his family told him, don't do it, Foot Locker's going to pay $7.50. Inside a couple of years, I think the last annual salary that he got paid was about $416,000. As that internal value grew, so did the external expression. There is nothing off limits to God. Physical, I've seen the healing, I've been a part of the miracles, and most of us here have. When that big hurricane was going up the East Coast, and we all got together and we all prayed and we all sent our energy towards taking some of the energy out of that so it'd be as little impact as possible. When it first hit South Carolina, the news was saying this is going to be a category ... with this much damage, and instead we watched the news an hour later, an hour after this room was filled up full of folks praying. And they said by the time it reached South Carolina, it was already from a 5 to a 3, and it hit with just 85-mile-an-hour winds. I'm like, wow, 85-mile-an-hour winds in Dakota, we call that Tuesday. We've seen it affect weather, we've seen it affect relationships, hearts, personal growth, spirituality, intuitive gifts, finances, relationships, you name it. It can happen. As we've been kind of looking at the past services leading up to this one with the How is God's Playground, my job is to set my intention and co-create it with God, and whatever in my head I feel that God is telling me is doing this is mine to do today, then I do it. And anything that doesn't, this is mine to do today, is you must be working. You must be working. It's already done, as Mark's experience was. It's already done. Now I just got to go live my part. It's already done. I welcome the miracles in your life, in my life. Then we continue to not only look for them and find more of them, but open our hearts to give God more room to play. Those miracles to be even more personal and more profound, and more extraordinary than in any previous year. So that's kind of and the message too. So now we'll open up meditation.
I just got, not too long ago, I finished reading a book called The Course in Miracles. And in there it talks about God expects us to experience miracles. It should be an everyday experience. It opens up our faith, our intuition, and even allows us to remember who we are and what we're capable of, especially with spirit's help. Getting in touch with our own spirit, the spirit that's around us. We're all going to close our eyes anyways. So you all close your eyes, get comfortable in your chairs, and center your energy around miracles, as if you're sitting in a bubble of miracle energy. Feeling that energy surround you, and expanding. Feel that bubble expand from inside of you, the outside of you. Feeling it grow. Close as big as a building. Feel and see if you can grow it as big as a city or state. What that would feel like, look like. And as you stand in this bubble and you connect with this energy, feel God's Spirit enter in, standing in this bubble with you, as if showing you His playground, His garden of miracles. And as you look around you, notice the miracles that surround you. For a moment, seeing them and the people that surround you and the things that surround you. What do they look like? How do you see those miracles? Do you see them in a smile? A person being healed? Someone out of the blue having the intuition to do something that they normally wouldn't do? Feel your awareness open up to those miracles. If God was lifting the veil so that they'd be more clear to you as He points them out. As you gain more clarity, how do you see those miracles? Do you want to see miracles? How does it feel as you look at them? Do you want to see more? Feel your space expand as you begin to see countless miracles, as if they were, each miracle is a speck of sand. You're walking on the beach. You're surrounded by it. With all these miracles that surround you, for a moment, notice what miracles you want in your life. How would you like to see miracles happen for you? Knowing that you're a child of God, you're part of God's energy. Give yourself permission to dream, to feel that miracle happening for you too. As if God touched your energy and allowed that miracle to come in, feeling the energy just flow. The how it just happened. And just like Mark said, as if it had already happened, it is already here, you're already living it. What does that miracle feel like? How does it smell? How does it sound? How does it taste? How does it feel? Every sense that you can connect with. Feel yourself get in touch with that life, with that miracle, as if you're living it, in it. Be it. Don't second guess it. Just feel the gratitude that comes from it, accepting it, allowing it to flow and to be there. Thanking God for the miracle that's taken place. Opening you up to more possibilities, to a greater you. It's not a one-time occurrence. Watch as this energy ignites within you, creating more miracles in your life, expecting more miracles, wanting to be involved in part with miracles for you and everyone around you. What a life. What does it feel like to have a life full of miracles? In the beginning, we said that, see that bubble surround you, the energy of miracles. What does that bubble look like now? What does it feel like? You carry this bubble around. You carry this energy within you with God's help. Feel this connection made as if that bubble is shrinking now, being placed inside of you. And even when you open your eyes, you'll be able to feel it and know that it's there. That this energy is part of you. Where in your body would you place it? Would it be in your heart, your mind, your gut? Would it be everywhere? Feeling it, that energy flow throughout your body. Bringing awareness to your eyes, your ears, your intuition, knowing that you will see and feel those miracles as you walk through them in your physical world. And feeling God's energy connected with it. As if you're walking hand in hand with Spirit in a miraculous life. Take a couple of deep breaths, just allowing it to flow, allowing yourself to accept it, to allow it, to witness it. When you're ready, you can open your eyes, ready to live it.